All right, thank you. Welcome everybody to the Rules and Legislative Oversight Committee. We're going to be hearing multiple executive appointments. We will start off with EA 21-0050. Before I do, I'd like to recognize my colleagues that are on this hearing. I see Councilwoman Ramos, Councilman Conway, Councilman Burnett, Council Vice President Middleton, and Councilman Torrance. We'll start with Mia Bloom for member of the Sustainability Commission. Please just introduce yourself, give a 1-minute rundown of why you're interested in this position, and the committee will hold all questions until you've completed. Thank you. Go ahead, Mia.
Thank you, Chairman and Committee. I am Mia Blom. I am the current co-chair of the Commission on Sustainability. I've been in this role since 2019 and looking forward to continuing to as we work on creating a more sustainable Baltimore.
Excellent recap. Next up, we'll have EA 21-0051, Dunzel Brown Jr. For member of Commission on Sustainability.
Yes, my name is Dunzel Brown Jr. I've proudly served on the Sustainability Commission and proud of our work in dealing with Baltimore City policy with the equity lens. Happy to.
Okay, thank you. Next up, EA 21-0052, Regina Boyce, member of Sustainability Commission.
Hi, Mr. Chair. I don't believe that Delegate Boyce has joined at this time. I'm touching base with her to see if she's having connectivity issues.
Okay, no problem. Move on to the next one. EA 21-0053, Lisa Ferretto. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong.
That's pretty good, Ferretto. Hi, everyone. I'm happy to stay on the Baltimore Sustainability Commission. I am a sustainability director and architect at a local architecture firm. I'm a Baltimore native. I am also a member of the large firm Roundtable for Sustainability for all the architects in the nation. I've also volunteered with the Maryland Green Building Council, and I'm just very passionate about sustainability in our city. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next up, EA 21-0054, William Bill Joyner, Commission on Sustainability.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bill Joyner, and thank you for the nomination. I would be a new commission member, and I'm interested because I understand and have read that the commission is taking a holistic and systemic approach to sustainability, including economic, environmental, social, safety, etc. And I think I am excited to contribute to that holistic vision and that momentum. So thank you for the opportunity.
All right, thank you. And if any of my colleagues have any questions for any of the nominees, feel free to just motion to me and I will call on you. Otherwise, we'll keep moving along. The next person up is EA 21-0055. Nicolette Lucent.
Mr. Chair, I believe she is on as an attendee. If we could elevate her.
Done.
Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Nicolette Lewis-Saint. I currently serve as the Executive Director of Healthcare Ready. I'm very excited to retain on the commission issues of disaster readiness, sustainability, and preparing cities for climate change are my life's work. And so very happy to be able to contribute in this manner in the city in which I live.
Okay, thank you very much. Next up, EA 21-0056, Inez Robb. So, Richard.
She's coming into my chair, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
Good afternoon. Inez Robb. I've been a community leader for 30+ years. I'm Sustainability Commissioner now, and I would love to stay on as a commissioner. I live in Baltimore City in the Sandtown Winchester community, and I just love being a part of things to sustainability to help us to grow as a city. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, and sorry about that miscommunication that with that email that you received. I've already notified the person who sent it that they still are sending out the old script with the new script attached. So I apologize for that inconvenience.
Yeah, but believe me, I did follow rules.
Yes, ma'am, you
Must
did.
remember that. Okay.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am, you did. Thank you.
Sure.
The next up is EA 21-0057, Brian Smith.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm Brian Smith, currently serving as the Executive Director of the Baltimore Tree Trust. I have 27 years of working in urban. Really excited to use this opportunity to contribute to a healthier and sustainable Baltimore City.
Okay, thank you. Next up, EA 21-0058, Stephanie Smith.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you to all the esteemed members of the committee. Again, my name is Stephanie Smith. I'm currently serving on the Sustainability Commission and would like to do so. In my day job capacity as Assistant Director for the Department of Planning, I do help oversee the work of the Office of Sustainability and personally have over a decade of environmental health and policy experience as a federal advocate on federal regulations and also on the board of various environmental concerns. So thank you for your careful consideration for this opportunity.
Thank you very much. Next up, EA 21-0059, Ben Zaitchik.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ben Zaitchik. I am currently serving as a commissioner on the Sustainability Commission. I look forward to hopefully continuing in that role. My day job is I am a professor at Johns Hopkins University working on climate change and climate justice, and I look forward to continuing to engage with the Commission on issues of environmental and climate justice in Baltimore City.
Thank you very much. The next up is EA 21-0060, Daytona Reed.
Hi, everyone. My name is Tanya Reed. Thank you for this opportunity and considering me for the Civil Service Commission. I am a lifelong Baltimore City resident and a licensed attorney. A part of my day job, I am an EEOC backup officer, so I investigate claims of discriminations and grievances internally for the agency that I work for. I also have experience in past positions working on labor and employment issues, specifically reviewing termination personnel decisions and grievances for legal sufficiency. And I am passionate about the field and the work and ensuring that employees have fair treatment. And so I would love to continue to do so by serving on the commission.
Thank you. And I'm sorry if I missed it. What agency do you work for?
Well, I currently work for a state agency, the Maryland Insurance Administration, but my primary role is government relations. However, because I have labor EEOC background, I serve as an investigator on an as-needed basis.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you. Next up, EA 21-0061, Olivia Farrow.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and members of the committee. I've been serving the citizens of Baltimore, as some of you know, through my work with the health department for over 30 years. I continue to do so via my work at St. Agnes Hospital as their community engagement director. I'm really passionate about looking at systems change and policy change for older adults for the Commission on Aging. I've started an innovative program at St. Agnes directed to helping older adults make their appointments and providing a sense of support for them. As an older adult myself, I know these issues are very important, and I just thank you for the nomination and consideration.
All right, thank you very much. Is there any questions from any council members? Go ahead, Councilwoman Ramos.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This question is for the mayor's office. I don't believe I see any members from the Latino community on the Sustainability Commission. I wonder if that will be rectified in the next round.
Nina, you want to
Sorry.
take that?
Yes, sorry, I was having a little bit of problems turning on my video and unmuting. Thank you, Councilmember Ramos. We do have a number of vacancies that are still existing on the commission, and we will certainly communicate that with the Office of Sustainability and make sure that there's inclusion there. If you have any recommended nominees, please be sure to, definitely send them our way. And yeah, we'll be hopeful to have some nominees from the Latino community on the next round. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. How many people are supposed to be on the commission?
If possible, I'd like for Ava Richardson to speak to the composition of the commission.
Sure, no problem. Good afternoon, everyone. So the commission consists of 21 members currently. So this is the first round of 10 members that are being approved today.
Thank you. I appreciate the background. I do have suggestions, so I'll send them your way. So thank you very much for that.
Thank you,
And I
Councilwoman
think
Ramos.
we have a great panel of members who've been serving and doing well. I have been pleased with the work of the office and the work of the commission. I think there's a lot more work to do, and I look forward to working with all of you and making sure we're getting to zero waste, working on the issues that we have to make sure that our areas are sustainable. Certainly, we've been working together on flood stuff too. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Councilwoman.
And Ms. Richardson, just to clarify, so there's 11 open spots still?
No, we have the remaining list of pending commissioners that will be submitted at a future council meeting to be introduced. And the subsequent hearing for those has yet to be scheduled.
Okay, so but how many vacancies are there currently?
3. There are 3 vacancies that we're still looking to fill currently.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you. Any other questions?
Mr. Chair,
Go ahead, Council Vice President.
I have a trivia question for the members of the Sustainability Commission. Who was the council member that basically was one of the originators and starters to push forward and create the Sustainability Commission for Baltimore City?
Go ahead, Ms. Lisa.
I can answer that.
No, to the council member.
Oh, I was just going to say Jim Kraft.
Correct. Very good. Very good.
I guess you just
Also-
want Council Vice President Middleton's vote.
Vice President Middleton, I would also include the contribution of Bill Henry in the formation of the Sustainability Commission. And I think he worked very closely with Jim Kraft in the area of Patterson Park in creating the commission. So I would give him much credit for the commission that we sit in.
Well, I just want to let you know too that I assumed the position after Jim Kraft.
Yeah, no, I'm very well aware.
I did serve on the commission for quite a bit of time.
And Ms. Richardson, is who is it that we missed? Was it Regina Boyce?
Yes.
Is she currently a member of the commission?
She is, and she was not able to be here today due to a medical emergency. But I do want to speak to just Delegate Boyce's contributions, both at the policy level and at the community level, in commitment to advancing both environmental justice as well as sustainability initiatives in the greater Baltimore region.
Okay. So since you testified on her behalf, we'll put her to a vote today as well.
Thank you very much.
All right. So Richard, do you want to go ahead and call for a roll call vote?
Okay.
A
you wanna-
motion.
What, you want to start chronologically at the beginning?
That's fine.
Okay. 210050, Mia Bloom.
Motion to approve.
Okay, motion by Ramos, second by Torrance.
Okay, roll call. Chair Schleifer.
Yes.
Chair Schleifer votes aye. Mr. Burnett. I don't see.
Yes.
Mr. Burnett votes aye. Mr. Costello? Oh, on. Okay, we can come back if he comes on. Vice President Middleton?
Yes.
Vice President Middleton votes aye. Member Ramos?
Yes.
Member Ramos votes aye. Mr. Torrance?
Aye.
Mr. Torrance votes aye. Mr. Conway?
Aye.
Mr. Conway votes aye. At this point, Mr. Chair, there's 6 votes in the affirmative, no negatives. We can go to second reader at the next meeting.
Okay, great.
Okay, moving on. EA 210051, Donzel Brown Jr. for member of the Sustainability Commission.
Move to approve.
Motion by Ramos.
Second.
Second by, I think that was Conway.
Conway.
Okay. Chair Schleifer.
Yes.
Chair Schleifer votes aye. Mr. Burnett.
Yes.
Mr. Burnett votes aye. Mr. Costello still appears to be absent. Vice President Middleton.
Yes.
Vice President Middleton votes aye. Member Ramos.
Yes.
Member Ramos votes aye. Mr. Torrance.
Aye.
Mr. Torrance votes aye. Member Conway.
Aye.
Mr. Conway votes aye. 6 votes in the affirmative, no negatives. Second reader, the next meeting. Okay, how we come? The 210052, Regina T. Boyce for member of the Sustainability Commission.
Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by, I think it was Burnett, second by Torrance.
Chair Schleifer,
Yes.
Mr. Burnett,
Yes.
Mr. Costello, still absent.
Costello's coming on now.
Okay. Well, we'll come, Vice President Middleton. Vice President Middleton,
Sorry, having problems with the mute button, but yes.
okay. Member Ramos,
Yes.
Member Ramos.
And Councilman Costello's on, so you can call on him.
Okay, Mr. Torrance. Mr. Conway,
Aye.
okay. Mr. Costello,
Aye.
okay. Chair, we can go back and allow member Mr. Costello to vote in the 2 previous motions, if that's acceptable.
Yes.
Okay. 0051 Donzel Brown, Mr. Costello.
Aye.
Okay. 0052 Regina well, I'm sorry, 0050 Mia Bloom. Mr.
Aye.
Costello.
Aye.
Okay. Well, now everything is unanimous. Now we move on to 210053. Lisa Ferretto, member Sustainability.
Motion to approve.
Second Conway.
Motion by Ramos, second by Conway.
Chair Schleifer.
Yes.
Chair Schleifer votes aye. Mr. Burnett.
Yes.
Mr. Burnett votes aye. Mr. Costello.
Aye.
Mr. Costello votes aye. Vice President Middleton.
Yes.
Vice President Middleton votes aye. Member Ramos.
Yes.
Member Ramos votes aye. Mr. Torrance.
Aye.
Mr. Torrance votes aye. Mr. Conway.
Aye.
Okay, it's unanimous, Mr. Chair. Moving on to 210054, William Simpson, member Sustainability Commission.
I move the nomination.
A motion by Burnett, second by Ramos.
Okay. Chair Schleifer.
Yes.
Chair Schleifer votes aye. Mr. Burnett.
Yes.
Mr. Burnett votes aye. Mr. Costello.
Aye.
Mr. Costello votes aye. Vice President Middleton.
Yes.
Vice President Middleton votes aye. Member Ramos.
Yes.
Member Ramos votes aye. Mr. Torrance.
Aye.
Mr. Torrance votes aye. Mr. Conway.
Aye.
Unanimous, Mr. Chairman. Moving on. EA 210055. Nikolai Luson, member Sustainability.
Motion to approve.
Second Conway.
Motion by Ramos, second by Conway.
Okay. Chair Schleifer.
Yes.
Chair Schleifer votes aye. Mr. Burnett.
Yes.
Mr. Burnett votes aye. Mr. Costello.
Aye.
Mr. Costello votes aye. Vice President Middleton.
Yes.
Vice President Middleton votes aye. Member Ramos.
Yes.
Member Ramos votes aye. Mr. Torrance.
Aye.
Mr. Torrance votes aye. Mr. Conway.
Aye.
It's unanimous, Mr. Chair. 210056, and that is Rob, member Sustainability.
Move to approve.
Second Conway.
Motion by Ramos, second by Conway.
Chair Schleifer.
Yes.
Chair Schleifer votes aye. Mr. Burnett.
Yes.
Mr. Burnett votes aye. Mr. Costello.
Aye.
Mr. Costello votes aye. Vice President Middleton.
Yes.
Vice President Middleton votes aye. Member Ramos.
Yes.
Member Ramos votes aye. Mr. Torrance.
Aye.
Mr. Torrance votes aye. Mr. Conway.
Aye.
Unanimous, Mr. Chair. EA 210057, Brian Smith, member of Sustainability.
Move to approve.
Um,
Second Conway.
Motion by Ramos, second by Conway.
Chair Schleifer.
Yes.
Chair Schleifer votes aye. Mr. Burnett.
Yes.
Mr. Burnett votes aye. Mr. Costello.
Aye.
Mr. Costello votes aye. Vice President Middleton.
Yes.
Vice President Middleton votes aye. Member Ramos.
Yes.
Member Ramos votes aye. Mr. Torrance.
Aye.
Mr. Torrance votes aye. Mr. Conway.
Aye.
Mr. Conway votes aye, unanimous, Mr. Chair. EA 210058, Stephanie Smith, Member Sustainability Commission.
Move to approve.
Motion by Ramos,
Conway.
second by Conway. Chair Schleifer.
Yes.
Chair Schleifer votes aye. Mr. Burnett.
Yes.
Mr. Burnett votes aye. Mr. Costello.
Aye.
Mr. Costello votes aye. Vice President Middleton.
Yes.
Vice President Middleton votes aye. Member Ramos.
Yes.
Member Ramos votes aye. Mr. Torrance.
Aye.
Mr. Torrance votes aye. Mr. Conway.
Aye.
Okay. Unanimous, Mr. Chair. EA 210059, Ben Zacek, Member Sustainability.
Move to approve.
Second, Conway.
Chair Schleifer.
Yes.
Chair Schleifer votes aye. Mr. Burnett.
Yes.
Mr. Burnett votes aye. Mr. Costello. Mr. Costello.
His sound must be down.
Okay, I'll come back to him.
Hold on, let's see if he gives a thumbs up. Yeah, he's good.
Mr. Costello votes aye. Vice President Middleton.
Yes.
Vice President Middleton votes aye. Member Ramos.
Yes.
Member Ramos votes aye. Mr. Torrance.
Aye.
Mr. Torrance votes aye. Mr. Conway.
Aye.
Hang on, we have one, huh? Okay. Having a screen problem. That vote's unanimous, Mr. Chair. There's somebody trying to, okay. Yes, not a problem. All right. Now, switching gears, EA 210060, Detonia Reed, for member of the Civil Service Commission.
Move to approve.
Second, Torrance.
Got the Richard motion by
Got
second by Torrance.
Yes, sir. Roll call. Chair Schleifer.
Yes.
Chair Schleifer votes aye. Mr. Burnett.
Yes.
Mr. Burnett votes aye. Mr. Costello.
Aye.
Mr. Costello votes aye. Vice President Middleton.
Yes.
Vice President Middleton votes aye. Member Ramos.
Yes.
Member Ramos votes aye. Mr. Torrance.
Aye.
Mr. Torrance votes aye. Mr. Conway.
Aye.
Okay, likewise is unanimous, Mr. Chair. And the last matter on the docket is EA 2100. Oh, good. Okay. Sorry, Mr. Chair. EA 210061, Olivia Farrell for member. Oh, hold on. For member of the Commission on Aging and Retirement.
Move to approve.
Second, Torrance.
Motion by Ramos. Second by Torrance. Roll call. Chair Schleifer.
Yes.
Chair Schleifer votes aye. Mr. Burnett.
Yes.
Mr. Burnett votes aye. Mr. Costello.
Aye.
Mr. Costello votes aye. Member Middleton.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Vice President Middleton votes aye. Member Ramos.
Yes.
Member Ramos votes aye. Mr. Torrance.
Aye.
Mr. Torrance votes aye. Member Conaway.
Aye.
Vote is 7 votes in the affirmative, no negatives. All these matters can go to second reader at the next meeting. And Mr. Chairman, that concludes today's agenda.
Thank you very much, Richard. Congratulations to all the nominees, and we will put forth your names for second reader at the next council meeting. We can now close out the hearing. Thank you.